So speaking of Ambra, and also speaking of your two stores, you know, the West Village has been a mainstay for style and for community, and you've both been here for a little bit. So I'd love to know when the first time you remember, you know, hanging out here was, and how you knew it was a magical place.
Oh my gosh. I don't think you were born. Honestly.
I think my
Probably the
dermatologist is
first
doing their
time.
job.
Well, I mean, I've known of this area for a very long time. I started coming to New York City when I was a very little girl. I moved to New York City when I was a little girl in 1976 or 77, January 1st of 1977. So I've seen the West Village, as happens to many neighborhoods, change a lot over the years. And what I recall first about Bleecker Street, which sort of is like the main artery of the West Village in terms of, you know, mercantile, you know, like for the consumer, is that it was, back in the old days, it was sort of like thought of as the place for American folk art and antiques. There was an extraordinary store that sort of was the anchor of the neighborhood called Pierre Deux, which was a very famous, beloved antique store that brought in all sorts of extraordinary antiques from primarily Paris, primarily France, but also fabrics like toiles. There was amazing American quilts on the west side of the street. And then there were very local, much like Ambra, local restaurants, like Anton's and all of these old places that were here. So it was a very familiar place to the community. Everybody patronized the stores, our local grocery stores. And I think what's nice is the village and the West Village has changed over the years, and it's not been as accessible for everybody, but there is a community feeling. We have our drug stores and our grocery stores and the places that we try to stop into and really patronize. And that, to me, is what's been great about being able to have a store here. I feel like kind of you were sort of busting down your store first. You were already, you were close to opening when we first signed our lease, I think, right? Weren't you guys?
You had some AC problems, barred our
That's
internet.
right.
That's how we kind of connected, you know, as neighbors do. You come
Yes.
for sugar or come for internet.
Yeah.
So I feel like that was kind of the start of the neighborly vibe in the West Village. Is such a neighborhood. You know, I had lived here for over 20 years and always on the west side. So even lived underneath one of those under things right next to Corner Bistro for a little bit when I was younger.
One of the
You did it.
garden store apartments.
Exactly. That's like a nice way of saying it.
Yeah.
Exactly. And back when the burger was like $3.25, I don't know how much it is now, but it's probably a little bit more than that.
A little bit more.
So yeah, the West Side is just super important, and it just feel like it's such a neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I love that a lot of these stores are women-owned businesses too.
Amazing.
Like a lot of them.
Yeah.
And so when I found out you were going to be a neighbor, it was just really exciting.
Cool. So then when it came time to collaborate, you know, what was your initial, you know, germ where you were like, yes, this is it? Was it the shoe clips? Was it just the fact that because you're next to each other, you get to see inside each other's worlds on a daily basis with the stores? Like what made you realize you could team up?
We could dream a bunch of things, but you were the person that allowed us to sort of like reach the destination point. It really was you that were, you know, offered up the idea. It just was really exciting to us because it fulfilled all the things that we had imagined and we just couldn't do. You know, I don't know if any of you in here are business owners, but you can dream a lot, and the reality of actually getting something done, especially if it's not sort of within your discipline, it's very hard and it's costly, and you have to have resources and vendors and relationships, and you have all of those, and you dream so big. Like the thing Alyssa would always say is, she says she can do it all. She says she can do it. She says she can do it, which is something you just typically don't hear. You're not afraid of anything.
I mean, I might say I can do it,
But
but
you
I'm
still
like, I
try.
think I'll figure it out.
But that's what your
Yes.
attitude is.
Yes.
Well, let's certainly try. So that's how it happened.
Well, I love a challenge, and secretly I have been wanting and talking about shoe clips, and when I told my mother, she's like, oh, you have always been talking about shoe clips forever. I had a whole like drawer of them, but I didn't know what to do with it because I don't make shoes. So when you brought that up, I'm like, this is perfection.
What is your advice for using something, hopefully this collection, to add a little bit more sparkle while still feeling like our downtown rock and roll selves?
You want to go first?
I will just say I love accessories because you might have your same outfit that you wear every day. You might have your favorite cashmere sweater, whatever. Invest in those pieces, wear them all the time. But if you want to try it, you want to experiment, I think that accessories are the easiest way to do it. And like you're just mix two different shoe colors, or you know, you're putting all the shoe clips over here, like on the top of your collar, or putting the bow on the side, or just, I think it's so fun to experiment, and accessories are really the easiest way to do it. I mean, I could wear this a million times as a canvas and throw on different pieces to wear.
Rad.
And I think too, there just aren't any, I mean, I'm pretty sure there aren't any rules anymore. Like, nobody should feel as if they aren't allowed, can't do, it's not okay, it's not right, it's not appropriate, it doesn't match. I think people should feel good about expressing themselves and walking out the door, even if they don't feel like themselves, but more so that they're trying something that's exciting or fun or inspiring or inspired by somebody else, or they want to try to communicate or convey something that they can't say with words about themselves. And it's true, accessories can be taken off, they can be hidden in a bag if you feel like you've made a mistake halfway down the block, like, you know, like,
yeah, my purse has a lot of the mistakes.
Yeah. But I think New York, we're lucky to live in a city also that is, for the most part, understands that there's all this flexibility. So really, you should, you know, be who you want to be. Use an accessory any way you want to use it. Think of a new way you want to use it and tell us about it. Yeah.
As Jay says, go for it, you guys. Got it.
I mean, everybody in here tonight is clearly of the, yeah, you're going for
Yeah.
it. But every now and then you come upon someone that you can see is secretly trying to go, and they're just, somebody told them once, like, oh, you can't do that.
And they still held on
And
to
that's
it.
just a very hard thing to shake off.
Yeah, no, my mom used to tell me I was too old to wear hair bows.
What?
And I know, it took me years, and here we
no,
are.
yes, do exactly what you want.
Do you want to give a shout out to something that surprised you, or that was like, oh wait, we can do this now? Is there something from the collection that you're going really hard on?
I think you inspired me to wear things in different ways. At first I'm like, no, it's a headband. And then I was playing around and I was putting it around my collared shirt, button it up, put the headband around it, and it was like the cutest little flower collared thing. And I love how you have the bow on the side of your bun, because I didn't think of it that way, but that's so cute. And I think it's all about just playing around, and the fun thing is, all of the shoe clips, there's like about a dozen, have a matching accessory. But you don't have to match it. You can mix and match. You can wear, like, you know, the pearl and the flower, or you can wear a bow and a jeweled clip or something like that. So it's a really personal collection,
Yeah.
which I think is fun, and definitely invite you guys to just come and play and try stuff on.
I think the
because-
shoe clips are unbelievable.
And I love how you have them on your blazer.
Yeah, it looks, I mean, it's so great.
It's a lot of fun.
And also, it elevates a shoe. I mean, it really can take a shoe that even isn't conventionally considered a shoe that you would adorn with sparkle or a stone, or it really just, I mean, they're pretty, I can't believe it. I mean, I can't
We're gonna bring
believe
back shoe clips.
you can do these. I mean, they're so beautiful.
No, those are
And yes, they really do go. I mean, I had them all on my collar, very Elizabethan. But they're just, I couldn't believe it. And that big, there was a big pave sphere, like an orb. I don't know where it is.
The ring.
Oh, it's on
Oh,
the pink shoe.
yeah. You
Look
got
at
it.
that. That's insane. Isn't that gorgeous?
I was thinking one more thing, which is that you could also technically use one of the shoe clips as a bookmark for one of your imprints.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well,
Good.
yesterday my husband used the clips as cufflinks.
Oh, that's
my
great.
gosh.
And they were
Did he
so
really?
cute. Yes, he used the
Oh,
pearl
that's
one.
such a
He's
good
actually used
idea.
right now.
Oh, that's such a good idea.
Yeah. So I mean,